Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 this Wednesday, December 3rd. Time to wrap it up for today. And so far, I guess we're getting a little grind to the upside. I've been waiting for them to kind of show a little bit more, more oomph to the upside, but so far, not much. I tried a short trade on the ES right here against the when they started running up and testing the highs here. Little scalp, it didn't go anywhere, so I can't say I got out of it. It started heading high. It's just slopping around, so no directional moves, no failure either. So it's kind of not moving a whole lot whatsoever, just kind of chopping around, slopping around. So far 11 round turns on the ES. I'm down 53. I'm trying to work myself back, but I haven't really had any good opportunities to do that. It's just not moving enough. Same with the Nasdaq. I get in there, had a couple of a little bit too many trades in the morning after this little when it was pretty active. Got in a couple of losers, a lot of sloppy, a lot of choppy trades where I got stopped out or not with a loss, but just shaken out of the trades. And so I tried a capital trade here just recently, a long trade on the pullback. I figured out, okay, here we go. I'm going to start taking this out, but no, it didn't go anywhere. And I was kind of flopping around here, and I had to fade a little bit of heat on that thing. So I figured that I may be wrong on that thing, so I'm just gonna. So when I have a shot, I just scratched it. So that's just what I usually do. I mean, if I'm wrong on a trade, if I had to feed too much heat, I'm just wrong on a trade. I can always re-engage it again, but when it goes down like this and you have to feed it a ton of heat and then it comes back, you only have a shot, one shot really to scratch it. You don't get much more than that. And then if you don't take it, and then you end up in a loser, start moving lower, and then you're just gonna hate yourself. So that's why I do that. I just kind of scratch it at that point. So at this point, I mean, I'm starting alongside. You can see how the this run that we had in the morning just kind of changed the dynamic a whole lot. Just absolutely took me by surprise, and not sure what's going on with that thing. That was like a hard rundown, and then complete reversal, slowly grinding this back up again, and not taking out the highs at the 65, 60s, and heading higher. So I would start from the long side. I thought we are gonna have a little bit more momentum to the upside, given they're taking out resistance. But next level up is going to be at the 80s here. So I would stay on the long side. I'd look to buy against these 65s and the 55s for rotations back up. And if they trade below the 55s, I would be back range bound again. So that's how we get started going into the overnight. Looks like there is a risk on mood, but not a whole lot. And not not this kind of rally mentality. It's not quite rallying. Same with the Nasdaq. Nasdaq was as well pretty freaking sloppy in the morning. They had this hard rundown, took everyone by surprise how violent that was. Because it literally happened in a period. It like all run it all the way down, and then right as they opened, they started moving that right back up again. And now they're up here. So I've been trying to get short on the Nasdaq for a bit here, trying to. I tried one long trade when it looks like they were taking us higher. I'm thinking about the short trade later here, see if they're going to run it back down here to the midpoint. Because Nasdaq hasn't quite taken out resistance. So if they can't do it, we may see a nice little move to the downside on the Nasdaq. Could be worth a short entry on that one. But anyway, I would start on the long side of both of them going into after the close. I'm looking for that short going into the close, but that's just the more of a technical thing. And then we'll see if they close above this area, the 25 600s. I want to start on the long side. So looking to buy against the 670s and the 610s. The short trade here is more of a profit taken into the close kind of dynamic. So I'm not necessarily looking to buy against this area right now. So, but after the close, going into the overnight, potentially looking for buying opportunities against those levels. Now, the news for tomorrow, before I keep moving, is interesting. We have some stuff going on. At 8:30, we get international trade and jobless claims, and that's about it. So pretty much at 8:30, we have news, and that's about it. And then we have that PCE number coming out on Friday. It's going to be interesting to see. But it looks like the market is in a risk-on mood, but not quite rallying, kind of difficult. So anyway, so I have 18 round turns on the Nasdaq. I'm down 37. I was down 85 earlier on, so I made $50 back on that one. But man, it's been a grind. A lot of these ones is like in and out, basically getting shaken out of the trade. You get not to go to break even. They shake you out, and I mean you can aggressively take profit there if you want to. It had a few opportunities to do that. I asked left to see if they're going to give me a little bit more, but It was just so much gyrations, just knocked me out. So net down like 80, $90 plus commission. So that's kind of the result for today. It's not great, but it was a pretty freaking sloppy trading session, I had to say. It still is actually. Now on the bonds, I didn't take any trades on the bonds, and that's not been moving well today at all. It's a very jerky action on the bonds. They were down a bit. That retest, you couldn't get on that one. There was not enough traded there. Ran this guy up here to the highs. That was actually an opportunity at the 23s to get short there. Well, yeah, short at this level. But that you had to be pretty quick. They'd run right up, stall, run right back down again. So pretty difficult on that one. And then pretty much a sloppy, slow grind up here at the halfway through the day. So difficult to trade. I haven't tried to trade the bonds today, but I would stay range bound at this point. They're off the 16s. They haven't gone quite up to the 117. So staying range bound, looking to buy down to the 1610s, looking to sell up to the 1624, 25s. And that's about it to get started. So that's it. Not a fantastic session, I have to say. I mean, yesterday once we had the runs was pretty freaking great. You know, they moved, nice follow throughs and stuff, and today it's been absolutely sloppy. The gyrations back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can trade that, especially what I do is I scalp the edges and scalp the channel, and yeah, you get to break even quite a few times, but you need just a little bit more to get that profit target to get in on that profit. So there we have it. Not a crazy great day, but you know, that's what it is. Sometimes that's what happens. Anyway, we'll see you guys back in the morning, and we'll go at it again. I'm getting optimistic. Like at least we have like this is 3 days now. We have at least a reasonable close. So, and we'll see if the little Santa rally is going to start materializing. So, all right, guys, see you back in the morning. You have a good evening.